Next big nerd news story of the week. This one's crazy. Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo, in an interview with Esquire magazine, he hinted toward a possible return of him as Han Solo. Basically, he was. It's a really cool article if you can read it. It's on Esquire.com, I think. Alden Ehrenreich sat down and said, "I've heard some stuff, but nothing concrete." That's some with like 8 O's. Some stuff is basically what he said. He said, but nothing is concrete. So before you get too excited, Ehrenreich did reveal that despite our hopes, there is currently no plans for a new solo adventure, or at least none that he has been informed about. So no one has come to Alden Ehrenreich and said, we have a plan for the future of your Han Solo character, but he did say, so what does he mean by this some stuff?
I have
what
no
is this
idea.
some stuff that he's referring to? Unfortunately, in the article, he didn't say what that some stuff was. So apparently there's some rumorings going on over at Disney Studios, but he didn't say exactly what that is. So what could it be?
I don't know. I mean, well, you have to immediately jump to the Obi-Wan series,
You got
right?
it.
I mean,
that's clearly where everybody's head is going to go because the timing is perfect.
Right.
The age is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You got young Alden Ehrenreich as young Han Solo. You got young Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Not quite as old as we see him in A New Hope. So the timing is perfect, but what's weird about that is that if you remember, Obi-Wan doesn't meet Han Solo until the cantina in A New Hope. So where would Han Solo fit in the Obi-Wan series if we know for a fact they have never met before? So.
I think that's easy to do. I mean, you can have 2 separate timelines, or not timelines, but 2 separate stories going on in one show. Storylines, yeah. I mean, that's easy to do. Why not? They don't have to meet, or they could be in the same battle and they just don't ever meet. There's a lot of ways.
They could have just passed 2 ships in the night, somewhere in Mos Eisley spaceport.
Right.
Maybe Han's walking off doing something, and maybe he's at Jabba's. Because I don't want to go off on a rant here. To quote Miller, but you got at the end of Han Solo. Spoiler alert! You see Darth Maul. They've said that Darth Maul, it's rumored that he's going to make an appearance in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Yeah. Hopefully. That's the rumor, the rumor mills. So that kind of ties the 2 movies together.
That's
right
also
there.
True, yeah.
You could have Maul with his little gang over there dealing with Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
And dealing with, Han Solo.
Right.
And then, on the other side of the show, you got Obi-Wan Kenobi doing his thing. So they could actually be fighting sort of along the same lines, but never actually do their paths cross.
Totally agree.
Because that's all it could be.
Doable.
I don't think there's going to make another Han Solo movie because the last one was the only Star Wars movie ever to lose money, to lose the studio money.
But that's totally because of all the controversy that happened on set, I think. To your point, we were talking about this earlier, and I think everybody loves this movie, just nobody went and saw it.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest
That's
issue.
the thing. It's not a bad movie. I love Han Solo. I love the Solo movie. It's awesome. It's just nobody went and saw it. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. No. Doesn't mean it's not widely beloved.
I think
just
Star
means nobody
Wars
went out to
was
the theater.
Crammed down our throats that year.
Yep. They crammed Solo on us. We had just seen Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
Yeah.
And then they gave us this completely different Han Solo. People weren't that interested in a new Han Solo.
That quick.
But it's a damn good movie, man. I love that movie.
agree.
Well, when asked if he would return as Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich said to Esquire, it depends on what it is. He said it depends on how it's done. It depends.
I just put up a picture of the X-Men.
Whoops.
Sorry.
That'd be awesome. Han Solo in an X-Men movie.
Right.
He said it depends on if it feels innate to the story. So it doesn't sound like he's going to do it if it's going to be a small cameo. It's like if the story needs Han Solo, he would consider coming back. But only if it was necessary.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, man.
But he's an actor and he probably wants a paycheck. So
right? Yeah, he would do it.
I think it's absolutely going to happen. I think we're going to see Alden Ehrenreich in Obi-Wan if that ever comes out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't still be surprised if Obi-Wan winds up being a movie and not a television series.
Yeah, that is just constantly going back and forth. I wish they would just make up their mind and start.
There's going to be a movie, then it was a TV series.
Yeah.
Now they said the series is being put on hold. I think it's to make it a film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with either. Just give it
then
to us, people.
Definitely put Han Solo in there.
Yeah, right.
So, guys, let us know in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think of Han Solo? What do you think about Alden Ehrenreich potentially returning to the character? I love it. I'm very excited about it, but I want to know what you guys think. Leave us a comment right down below. So, last big nerd news story of the week. This one is not X-Men related. but it is concerning films, movie theaters. From a Hollywood Reporter analyst said movie theaters may stay closed until mid-2021.